Akwasi Addo Alfred Kwarteng is a British Conservative Party politician who has been the Member of Parliament for Spelthorne in northern Surrey since May 2010. He was Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy from 2021 to 2022, and Chancellor of the Exchequer for the Liz Truss government between September and October 2022. Kwarteng was born in London to Ghanaian immigrant parents and was educated at Eton College and Trinity College, Cambridge. He worked as a columnist for the Daily Telegraph and as a financial analyst before standing for election as an MP. In November 2018, Kwarteng was appointed Under-Secretary of State at the Department for Exiting the European Union. Following the election of Boris Johnson as leader of the Conservative Party, and hence Prime Minister, in July 2019, Kwarteng was promoted to Minister of State for Business, Energy and Clean Growth, attending Cabinet. In January 2021, Kwarteng was promoted to the office of Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. After Johnson resigned in 2022, Kwarteng supported Liz Truss's bid to become Conservative leader. Following Truss's appointment as Prime Minister, she appointed Kwarteng as Chancellor of the Exchequer. His appointment made him the first black person to serve as Chancellor of the Exchequer. On September 23, Kwarteng announced various tax cuts in a mini-budget that was widely criticized and which briefly caused sterling to fall to its lowest ever level against the US dollar. Kwarteng was dismissed as Chancellor on October 14 after 38 days, making him the second shortest-serving post-war Chancellor. Early life and education. Akwasi Addo Alfred Kwarteng was born in the London borough of Waltham Forest on May 26, 1975, the only child of Alfred K. Kwarteng and Charlotte Boada Kwarteng, who had emigrated from Ghana as students in the 1960s. His mother is a barrister and his father an economist in the Commonwealth Secretariat. After starting school at a state primary school in Waltham Forest, Kwarteng attended Collett Court, an independent preparatory school in London, where he won the Harrow History Prize in 1988. Then Kwarteng went to Eton College, where he was a King's Scholar and was awarded the Newcastle Scholarship Prize. He read classics and history at Trinity College, Cambridge, matriculating in 1993. He achieved a double first-class degree, and twice won the Brown Medal. He was a member of the team which won the BBC quiz show University Challenge in 1995. At Cambridge, he was a member of the University Pit Club, and has since returned to visit. He was a Kennedy Scholar for a year at Harvard University, and then earned a PhD degree in economic history from the University of Cambridge in 2000, with a thesis on the recoinage crisis of 1695–97. Early career. Before becoming a Member of Parliament, Kwarteng worked as a columnist for the Daily Telegraph and as a financial analyst at JP Morgan Chase as well as at West LB and the hedge fund OD Asset Management. He wrote a book, Ghosts of Empire, about the legacy of the British Empire, published by Bloomsbury in 2011. He also co-authored Gridlock Nation with Jonathan DuPont in 2011, about the causes of and solutions to traffic congestion in Britain. Early political career. Considered a rising star on the right of the party by 2015, Kwarteng initially became a Conservative candidate in the constituency of Brent East at the 2005 general election. He finished in third place. Kwarteng was chairman of the Conservative think tank Bow Group in 2006. In the same year, The Times suggested that he could become the first black Conservative cabinet minister. He was sixth on the Conservative list of candidates for the London Assembly in the 2008 London Assembly election, but was not elected, as the Conservatives obtained only 3 London-wide list seats. Parliamentary career. 2010 election and tenure. Kwarteng was selected as the Conservative candidate for Spelthorne in January 2010. Kwarteng won the seat with a majority of 10,019 votes. Kwarteng did not vote on the backbench EU referendum bill in October 2011. In 2013 he described the Help to Buy housing scheme as inflationary. In 2014, his book, War and Gold, A 500-Year History of Empires, Adventures, and Debt, was published. It is a history of capital and the enduring ability of money, when combined with speculation, to ruin societies. In 2015, his next book, Thatcher's Trial, 6 Months That Defined a Leader, was published. Kwarteng was re-elected at the 2015 general election with an increased majority of 14,152 votes. Kwarteng backed the UK's withdrawal from the European Union in the 2016 referendum. Early ministerial career. Following the 2017 general election, Kwarteng was appointed Parliamentary Private Secretary to Chancellor of the Exchequer Philip Hammond. On November 16, 2018, Kwarteng replaced Suella Braverman as a minister in the Department for Exiting the EU. Kwarteng supported Boris Johnson in the 2019 Conservative Party leadership election. After Johnson's victory, Kwarteng was appointed Minister of State at the Department for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy on July 25, 2019 along with Joe Johnson, a brother of the Prime Minister. He was appointed to the Privy Council on the same day. In September 2019, Kwarteng stated on The Andrew Neil Show, "I'm not saying this, but many people are saying that the judges are biased after the Court of Session ruled that Boris Johnson's prorogation of Parliament was illegal." Kwarteng added, "The extent to which lawyers and judges are interfering in politics is something that concerns many people." Defense Secretary Ben Wallace and the then Housing Secretary Robert Jenrick distanced themselves from his comments and defended the judiciary. Opposition MPs, the Chair of the Bar Council, and the Chair of the Law Society of England and Wales criticised his comments. Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. On January 8, 2021, as part of a mini-reshuffle, he replaced Alok Sharma as Secretary of State for Business, Energy and Industrial Strategy. He committed the department to cutting global emissions to stop climate change. Dissolving ISC. 2021 gas crisis. Role in the Owen Paterson scandal. Chancellor of the Exchequer. Kwarteng was appointed Chancellor of the Exchequer by incoming Prime Minister Liz Truss on September 6, 2022. On September 23, 2022, he announced a set of economic policies named the Growth Plan 2022 in what the Treasury described as a fiscal event. This was dubbed a mini-budget by the media. He refused to allow the Office for Budget Responsibility to assess the economic impact of the budget and provide a forecast. Among the policies announced by Kwarteng was a cut in the basic rate of income tax from 20% to 19% to start in April 2023, the abolition of the 45% higher rate of income tax in England, Wales, and Northern Ireland, the lifting of the stamp duty threshold, the freezing of energy bills, the reversal of the increase in national insurance from April 2022, the abolition of the proposed health and social care levy, and the scrapping of the limit on bankers' bonuses. The Institute for Fiscal Studies director Paul Johnson called it the biggest package of tax cuts in 50 years and said that the plan seems to be to borrow large sums at increasingly expensive rates, put government debt on an unsustainable rising path, and hope that we get better growth. The following week, sterling fell to its lowest ever level against the US dollar, and turmoil in government bond prices led the Bank of England to launch an emergency bond buying program. This caused house mortgage lenders to withdraw over 40% of their products, with other products repriced upwards. The International Monetary Fund cautioned that the measures would increase inequality. Following criticism from several Conservative MPs, including Michael Gove, Kwarteng said on October 3, 2022 that the government would not pursue the plan to abolish the 45% higher rate of income tax paid by people earning over £150,000 a year. Kwarteng said the plan had become a distraction from our overriding mission to tackle the challenges facing the country. Kwarteng was dismissed as Chancellor on October 14 after only 38 days in post. This made him the second shortest-serving Chancellor after Ian MacLeod, who died a month after taking office. Kwarteng was succeeded by Jeremy Hunt. Despite having already been dismissed as Chancellor, Kwarteng was appointed Second Lord of the Treasury on October 18, 2022. Political views. Kwarteng is considered a member of the right wing of the Conservative Party, and is a member of the Free Enterprise Group. Racial issues and colonialism. Kwarteng's views on colonialism have been described by a Politics home writer as nuanced, stating that modern representation on historical events must be taken within historical context. I think people should look at history with a bit more humility, and a little bit more critical inquiry. It's very difficult not to have lots of preconceptions and lots of strongly held beliefs. When asked about his thoughts on popular mob removal of British Empire-era statues and monuments, including that of slave trader Edward Colston, Kwarteng stated such removals were acts of vandalism. In an interview, Kwarteng stated many supporters of the Black Lives Matter movement and critics of British imperialism have a cartoon-like view of the past, arguing for a greater understanding of the complexities of British history. Reactions to his stances on racial and colonialism issues have ranged from support to opposition. On September 26, 2022, Labour Party MP Rupa Huq was suspended after calling Kwarteng superficially black in response to his comments. Economic issues. In August 2012, Kwarteng co-authored a book with 4 fellow MPs, titled Britannia Unchained. The book argues for a radical shrinking of the welfare state in order to return it to the contributory principle envisioned by its founder Sir William Beveridge, that you get benefits in return for contributions.